Spacey Sims, and we're back with more Love Spell, and we're continuing Florian's route. My favorite one. I'm so excited. Anyway, we're starting episode 3, Archaeology 101, and we have our hat back. I'm happy. See how long it lasts. I can't help but feel my face flush as I stop in front of my apartment building. I fidget with my hair a bit before slowly turning around to face the man next to me. Thank you for taking me home, Professor. Of course, it'd be terribly rude of me to let one of my students, and a lady, walk the streets alone at this hour. He's so wonderful. Today's lesson was really interesting. I don't think I've ever had so much fun listening to a lecture on ancient trade routes, of all things. Well, I'm glad I was finally able to keep you awake for once. Oh, I know a way you could keep me awake. Or you might tire me out and put me to sleep. It'll keep me awake for a while, but then it'll make me exhausted and go to... You know what? Let's just try it, okay? Chapter 7. Shh. Anyway. And since you had such a fun time, then you should have an equally enjoyable amount of time completing this. My smile quickly fades as I see him pull out another 5-page assignment from his bag. The words, "Due tomorrow," scribbled atop the cover. As he hands me the papers, I swear his eyes twinkle in amusement. I think he did. You saw the shady look in his eyes. Well then, I'm off. Have a good night, Spacey. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Satan. What was that? Nothing! Good night, Professor! Take care! What was that? Nothing? She knows who I am. I must kill her. I fumble with my apartment keys as a big pout rests on my face. First, he's sweet, and then he's sour. Ugh! I can't figure him out at all. It's impossible to tell what that man's thinking. I groan and grumble a bit more before opening the door to my apartment. Alligator. As I enter my dark apartment, my heart stops. My belongings are sprawled all over the room and floor. Now that's pretty much normal for me. Oh my god. Did somebody break in? But the door was locked. As I nervously walk around the mess, I hear a noise come from the kitchen. I quietly drop my bag and look around in a panicked frenzy. I mean, the kitchen's right there so you can kind of see it. I mean, I know, but it's just funny. Someone's still in here. Oh god, what do I do? Do I leave and call the cops? But I can't just leave my place like this. Adrenaline kicks into me as I spot a giant umbrella on my floor and grab it defensively. Another noise rings out from the kitchen. Like hell, I'm gonna let some punk steal my prized anime figurine collection. I'll drag it out of hell with me first. Literally me. I would absolutely do that. Don't you touch my shit! That's why I'm so fucking petrified of, like, fires. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no, leave all my stuff. See, now I'm scared. I thought of it, and now I'm just gonna be terrified. I slowly creep towards my kitchen as I hold my umbrella defensively, almost like an imaginary warrior sword of sorts. Warrior sword of sorts. Wow, that's hard to say. I cautiously peer into the room and see that my freezer door's open, and there's food on the floor sprawling out from it. From the corner of my eyes, I can see a figure digging inside of it. I don't know how you don't notice that the figure is, like, hovering above the ground. I mean, I guess you're just probably not registering with all the fear that, like, it's small, and it's hovering, and it's not a full person. I take a deep breath and think back to some self-defense videos I watched on the internet. Her kitchen is my life. A fucking goddamn mess, by the way. The first thing they always said was to let the perpetrator know you're willing to put up a fight and make yourself seem intimidating. Okay, I got this. I got this! I grip the handle of my umbrella tightly before slamming the wall and letting out a war cry. You robbed the wrong apartment, jerk! I have the power of God and anime on my side! At my screams, a small pink head peeks out from inside the freezer. My eyes widen at the realization it's the head of the same small penguin I picked up in the office. Which should just be more shocking than some dude breaking in your house. Oh, Master! Welcome home! The voice is a little fucked up. I can only dumbfoundedly stare for a few seconds before I spot a salt shaker next to me, and I instinctively fling it at the talking penguin. on, evil spirit!
Ah! Please don't throw salt at me, Master! I already have high cholesterol!
As my relentless salt attacks continue, the penguin eventually drops to the ground, motionless. I cautiously approach it and poke it with the tip of my umbrella. Oh god, is it dead? I didn't mean to kill it! Does this mean more spirits are coming to haunt me now?
Master, please listen! I'm not an evil spirit!
Then what are you? What are you doing in my house? Why can't you talk? Penguins don't talk! Evil spirits do! The strange penguin plops up from the ground, shaking all the salt off itself. It stares up at me with a cheerful expression.
My name's Philia! I'm a messenger of love!
A messenger of what?
Master, I promise I can explain all of this, but first, you have to promise to put the umbrella down and not throw any more salt at me. After all, I come in peace and love.
That episode of The Simpsons. I bring you peace. I bring you love. Fucking. It was the X-Files episode. Of course I still fucking remember. Because it was the X-Files episode and Mulder and Scully were on the fucking Simpsons. Oh, God. It's been like 1,000 fucking years, but I still remember it. Oh, that's all I get when reading that. My God. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but fucking mad applause if they did. I let out a deep sigh as I rubbed my temples. Wait, so let me get this straight. My voice is broken today. So the old lady that I bumped into the other day is actually an all-powerful witch.
Yep, Master Agatha is actually the most powerful witch in the whole wide world.
This is the only time they actually call her Agatha. She's always just the witch. They've never actually... I mean, her name's on like Kickstarter and like stuff like that, and like it's been around, but like I don't think it's ever been mentioned in the game except for this one. Yeah. I always kind of forget.
She also smells like flowers.
And when I saved her, she gave me a magical book that has the power to make anyone whose name I write in it fall in love with me.
Yep. It is a very powerful notebook indeed. The instructions are very important.
Right, sure. And you're a magical talking penguin that's actually a pen, and you're here to guide me through this whole thing until the spell ends?
Correct! Tee-hee! Get it? I'm a penguin. But I'm just...
Look, we've done this 4 times. We've also done the 4 times. But I love it every fucking time. It never gets old. It doesn't. I'm gonna miss it. That's the last time it's gonna happen. I've actually done it 8 times because I got to that point in Enix's route before I lost my hard drive. So I have technically gone through that, the screaming thing, and the penguin but-um-tis thing 8 fucking times, and I'm still not tired of it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm calling an exorcist. Don't move.
Oh, wait, Master! I'm not an evil spirit! Please believe me! I'm here to help you!
I groan as I cover my face with my hands. After a few seconds, I peek out and sigh as the penguin is still there. Okay, so if I just don't write anyone's name in this magical book and give it back, you could go home, right?
Well, you already cast the spell, so no, not really.
Wait, what? I cast the spell already?
Yeah, silly master! Do you not remember? You wrote someone's name inside the love spell 2 nights ago, and then the spell was cast.
My voice is broken right now. Suddenly, blurred memories of the other night at the bar start coming back to me. I drunkenly throw myself over the counter as I sigh into the cold marble. Worst day ever. I feel like that right there, this one lot, this. Those 3 sentences, because worst is a sentence, day is a sentence, and ever is a sentence. That pretty much describes all of 2020. I feel like every single time you're like, it's not good. It keeps getting worse. Dear fucking God, make it stop. As another customer calls the young bartender over, I pull out my bag. The pink notebook and the quirky pen from earlier fall out onto the counter.
Oh yeah!
Wow, my voice is really broken. What the fuck?
At least they saved that sweet old lady today. She's weird, but she smelled kind of nice. I forgot she gave me this weird notebook. I think she mentioned something about instructions. But who even reads those, am I right? Boring.
Wow, my voice is really broken. What the fuck? What's bizarre? You know what? It could just be all the cleaning I did today, like breathing in fucking fumes and like I bet it's just weird. It sounds like I've been up all night screaming at a con. Woohoo! And like you're like, hey, that's the way it feel. My God. From then on, I can't remember much, but I can infer what happened. I gulp nervously as I look back towards the penguin. Philia, was it? You're absolutely sure I wrote someone's name into that book?
Super duper sure. If not, I wouldn't be here. But I am, so you definitely wrote someone's name in.
Do you, happen to know the name that I wrote?
Yep, I believe the name you've written down was Professor Florian Atlas. T, is that the name of Master's one true love?
I mean, it will be. That's my one true love in this game, but... 2 exorcists!
What? Why is Master so surprised? Did you really not remember? What a forgetful human you are.
Philia, I think... No. I'm positive that I was completely drunk when I wrote that person's name into that book. I don't, think I read any instructions either. A few seconds pass by in silence as I watch the small penguin blink her eyes at me.
What?
Yeah, my bad.
You foolish mortal! Do you know what immense consequences your irresponsible actions could have had? I should peck your eyes out for your incompetence!
I'm sorry, it was an accident, okay? That's my tyrant of a history professor's name! But wait, I think the spell didn't work. I mean, I was with him all day today, and I know he's definitely not in love with me, so...
Wrong! He is.
It was worth a shot. Well, is there any way I can break the spell? There is, right?
There isn't. You're screwed.
I mean... Some guy you are!
Well, maybe this wouldn't be happening if you read the instructions.
I grab a nearby sofa pillow and groan into it. My neighbors must think I'm motherfucking nuts. I mean, if they didn't know before, they know now. So now what do I do? Is this forever? There's a lot of yelling in this game.
Of course not. Like I said before, the spell only lasts until the next full moon. After that, Mr. Atlas will forget everything from the first day the spell was cast to the last day, and your relationship will return to what it was.
And it's funny because this is, when I did this route the first time, I was like, they're gonna forget everything. Okay, but like, especially in this route, I'm like, he's gonna forget everything? That's gonna be so fucked up for him. They only, I mean, as we've seen, they only forget you, not except for Jamie and Enix. They're the almost exceptions to the rule, because Jamie, we didn't actually write his name in it. So, and then Enix is our, like, red string of fate, true love, which, like, would have worked out perfectly if I hadn't lost everything, because he would have been the last round, it would have worked perfectly, but it's okay. Whatever, it is what it is. But, like, I was, like, really concerned, because I'm like, oh my god, all this... Thank god they only forget you. They're like, I remember everything, and then just you're the only thing that gets forgotten. Because, like, you'll see as we go through this route, I'm like, I got so sad on his behalf. Like, look, I know he'll eventually remember us, blah, 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 but, like, to think he forgot everything else is just kind of sad. But anyway. Ugh, I knew it was too good to be true. If I'm being honest, this explains a lot of recent events in my life. And what happens if you cast this spell, like, 2 weeks before a full moon? Do you get the actual full moon? Like, the next full moon? So you get a month and a half? Like, the next full moon! Well, that's 2 days from... Well, that's tomorrow, so cool. It only lasted 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just like, you write the name in the book, and then when the full moon happens, that's when it kicks in, and then it goes for a full month. Like, what's the... I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter, but sometimes I like to know the weirdest fucking shit. It's like this. Why can't I just enjoy things? I don't know. Because I need to know the details. Like, and yet if it's me playing like The Sims or something, I'm like, whatever. Something happened with the thing, and I don't know why. Like, but I'm curious. Like, I'm just gonna go with if I wrote his name in the book, but the full moon wasn't for like another, like, say one just happened, then the spell wouldn't have kicked in until the full moon happened. So it was like from full moon to full moon. So we just happened to accidentally get the book and write a name in there, and it was perfect timing. You know, because it's not the real world, so everything happens at perfect timing. So anyway. I knew it was too good to be true. If I'm being honest, this explains a lot of recent events in my life. Same.
What do you mean? Has something already happened between you two?
Well, nothing's happened per se, but see, I am in this situation. Sorry, my throat. After I explain the scholarship to the small penguin, I watch as she waddles around in deep thought. After a few moments, she looks up and smiles. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted.
I have an idea!
That was not good. Look, Philia's voice was probably not good for any of you. It's fun as fuck for me to do. It probably kills you. It hurts me, but it hurts you more, I'm sure, but that didn't come out right. Really? What is it?
You should just give up and accept your fate.
Philia! That doesn't solve anything! I'll still lose my scholarship if he only gave it to me because of a dumb temporary spell!
Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, sure, Mr. Atlas will forget everything that happens between you two for the time being. But if you work hard and become someone who can be worthy of such an award, maybe after the spell ends, you can show him the new you.
The new me?
Yeah! Didn't Master say she's out to improve herself from now on? Why don't you take this as an opportunity to lay down the foundation for that? On top of experiencing a passionate love, you can also become a better person by the end of all this.
That's pretty deep for a talking penguin.
Hey! Wisdom comes in all shapes and colors! Masters should not discriminate!
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Philia. Honestly, this all sounds a little crazy, but I suppose my end goal doesn't change. I just have to keep doing my best and prove myself to him.
Exactly! And until then, you can enjoy a steamy summer romance, too!
I don't know about all that, though. I mean, Professor Atlas being in love with me? He's so... dreamy? Sexy? Sexy and dreamy? Slightly nerdy? And he's got the glasses. All the things I love. You're a diamond in the rough, Spacey, and I look forward to seeing just how brightly you can shine. Oh, I'll shine for you. Are you alright, Spacey? You're not hurt, are you? I love you. You can call me Florian while we aren't at the university. Oh, I'll call you Florian now, right? Multiple times over and what? Nothing, never mind. I'm sorry, I love this man, okay? And you can't give me games like that. Look. I'm just a whore in these games, okay? Good night, Spacey. No, don't say goodbye. He didn't say goodbye, he said good night, but stop. Don't leave me!
Master Space tells me she must really like Mr. Atlas too. Huh?
Absolutely not! He's nothing but a devil! In fact, I'm gonna do my best to keep my distance until this whole dumb spell business is over with. It's only a month anyways. I stand up defiantly and head towards my shower. On my way, I glance at the assignment the professor left me, peeking out of my bag. Huh! It's impossible. I don't believe a word of it. There's no way he has any feelings for me. Or me for him on that note. I mean, I don't know, he's gorgeous, so... It's okay to be a little lusty and be like, hell yeah. But in all actuality, no. But I just like making the jokes, okay? A few days later... Look, my brain is all for it. It's the rest of me that's just pretty much fucking dead. But my mind is a dirty fucking bitch, okay? I stare outside the office window as I watch the rain pelt fiercely against everything in sight. Jeez, nasty weather today. I look around the empty office and my gaze lands on Atlas's closed office door. I remember the note he left me in the morning saying he'd be out until later in the afternoon. My eyes wander again around the empty office and towards my neatly organized stack of papers. I finished early for a change. I must be getting the hang of this, or he's lightening your load. Suddenly, the office door swings open and I jump up. An elderly delivery man waves before approaching me with a sheepish grin. Sorry about that, miss. Didn't mean to startle you. I got some books for, let me see here, Mr. Florian Atlas? Yes, I'm his assistant. I'll take them. Thanks. Could you sign right here for me? I sign the delivery papers and watch the man leave as I'm once again left in an empty, silent office. My attention wavers to the box of books next to me. Curiously, I peek inside and pick up a book. Which book do I pick up? Oh, God. The Archive of Missing Shipwrecks, The Legends of Fleur de la Mar, Introduction to Archaeology. Okay. Which one did I don't remember which one I picked up. I think I picked up the archaeology one because I honestly, at the time, was not 100% sure that if there were right answers or wrong answers. And I was like, that seems like it'd be the right answer for him since there's no thing. I'm just saying both of these are pretty pertinent to where this is going. Kind of also that, but I think I picked archaeology. I think Fleur de la Mar. An archive of missing shipwrecks. The shipwrecks one was always awesome. I was like, that sounds fucking awesome. I want to read that book now. You know what? We're going to go with that one. This one's extremely pertinent. But this one kind of also is, too. An archive of missing shipwrecks. I pick up the thick book and the weight surprises me. Whoa! This thing weighs a ton. You could totally lift this as a workout or something. This stuff seems pretty complicated. I don't think I can understand this one. Let me try another. I pull out and set down a few more thick books. I reach the last one in the pile and it's visibly different from the others, clearly intended for a different audience. An Introduction to Archaeology. How dreams of the past become the future. Okay, so if you pick out any of the other ones, it's going to lead you right back to that choice, so. For some reason, the title really catches my attention. I should have known, considering. Anyway, I flip through it and see it's filled with all sorts of interesting pictures and research diaries of archaeologists around the world. I bite my lip as I glance at the clock. Oh, I can sneak in a little reading. He's not back yet anyways. So, like, if you pick that one, you do the same thing. You start reading that book. So, you pick the shipwreck book, or you pick about Fleur de la Mar, which is a shipwreck. Like, either one of those, you're probably like, oh, wow, it's a lot of information. And then you find that book and start reading it. So that this continues, so. Anyway, a few hours later, I mean, you know that because the choices just changed the dialogue a little. I was just curious what happens, but my eyes dart from word to word as I'm eating away at the book in front of me. Stories and pictures of famous expeditions and excavations around the world ignite an unexpected fascination in me, and I find myself turning page after page with utmost delight. I turn to a page where an old photo of a group of explorers stand in the midst of a thick jungle. They all seem tired and dirty, but each and every one of them wears an undeniable expression of pride and excitement on their faces. I can't help but smile in amazement as I read the monologue underneath the photo about their intentions in unearthing an ancient temple connected to a lost civilization. What you didn't know you needed in an Otome game until this moment was like, holy fucking shit, yeah! That sounds aw. I mean, I couldn't do it in real life because you have to get like dirty and like you'd get like fucking mummy curses and shit. Like, I'm just saying, but like, but you're like, fuck yeah, I didn't know I wanted that in a Chome game, but I love the fuck out of this. I love the fuck out of some Indiana Jonesing, okay? Hello, Earth to Spacey. Yeah. Oh, God, you're back already. Sorry, I was just, wait, what time is it? Why is the sun setting? Why is there a sun? Professor Atlas leans over and picks up the book I'm reading before scanning the title. He smiles as he promptly hands it back to me. My, you were really lost in these pages, weren't you? Enough to not have even noticed me arrive. I bite my lip as I look down nervously, expecting to be scolded. Are you kidding me? You just, like, it's like you gave this man cookies. Like, you're reading an archaeology book. He's a fucking archaeologist. He is like, ah! It's as if he were watching your favorite anime and you busted into his office and you're like, are you watching my favorite anime? Oh my god. Right? I'm just saying. Sorry, I, finished organizing and then the delivery man came, so... Spacey, there's no need to apologize. After all, I ordered that book specifically for you. See, like, I knew this happened, but I was wondering if you pick a different book, if he says he picked that book for you. He picked this one for us, the one that we started reading, so. The archaeology book. What? Really? The professor shoots me a wry smile as he leans back to sit on the corner of my desk and crosses his arms. Well, the thought occurred to me that if you didn't have a dream of your own, perhaps I could share mine with you. That's what I love you for. Share everything with me. All your hopes, dreams. Everything. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not. I love him. Of course, I wasn't expecting to find you so deeply absorbed in it from the get-go. Are you enjoying the book? I stand up in excitement as I hold the book to my chest. Oh, it's amazing! I didn't know anything about archaeology aside from the movies. I mean, Indiana Jones is kind of awesome, but I figured as much. Not most do. It's an incredible field, I must admit. It opens the eyes and makes one realize that the keys to our future actually lie in our past. I mean, yeah. To think that thousands of years ago, civilizations like that existed, and constructed societies that can even rival our present-day ones. Excitement grows in my voice, and Professor Atlas's smile only grows wider as he matches my tone. And someday, hundreds of years from now, the aliens are going to be like, my god, look what these fucking humans did with their primitive society. They built these nice and then they torched it, because humans suck. But, you know, that's the bare minimum, Spacey. Imagine all of the secrets that this world has garnered through the ages of evolution and advancement. Like Atlantis, like where the fuck is that, right? Archaeology is the very core of discovering those secrets and uncovering what they hold for the future of humanity. I love like the history's mysteries kind of thing. You're like, ooh, but it drives me crazy because it's like, but like I want to know, and everyone's like, and no one knows what happened. Yeah, but I want to know, but nobody knows. But I need to know. You need to tell me the answer. There is no answer, but I don't like that. It's like I love it, but I hate it. I want to know the answer. You can never know. It's gonna drive me bonkers. What the wisdom that was lost in the burning of the Great Library of Alexandria. What of? I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. Okay. What of the wisdom that was lost in the burning of the Great Library of Alexandria? Or the unimaginable treasures lost at sea during the fierce age of the pirates? Right? Or mass ancient utopias around the world that seemingly just vanished. Like Atlantis, right? Why? When? How? Archaeology is the path to uncovering the world's greatest mysteries. I stare at Professor Atlas in awe. He's always been commanding in front of a classroom, but I feel like I've seen his true passion come out just now when he spoke about archaeology. I can only watch as the emotion, passion, and excitement in his voice ignite a fire in his eyes. And that's actually adorable too. He's like, man, super passionate, but you're like, ugh. And it's not something that you're like, okay, yeah, no, bored, stop talking to me. You're like, yeah, you're so passionate about it. It's so interesting. She's also like, obviously in this route, like cares about it. But like, even if you were like not interested in it personally, you could take interest in something that somebody was so passionate about, like archaeology. You'd be like, no, tell me about it. I'm not going to go on digs with you because that sounds dirty and I don't like getting dirty. But like, I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be interesting. Tell me all the things. Tell me your stories. Like, did you ever have to run out of a temple with a giant boulder chasing you? Right? Like Indiana Jones did that. I'm assuming you have to do it too. I mean, did you find a crystal skull and then there were aliens and we pretend that never happened? Like, you know. After a few moments, he seems to become conscious of my staring and comes to an abrupt stop. Whoops. I did it again, didn't I? My apologies. I just get so caught up when explaining the field to newcomers. Look how blushy he is. It's adorable. Not at all. That was inspiring. You must really love your field. It's my life's sole passion, without a doubt. Right next to coffee, of course. I can't help but grow an increasing sense of admiration for the man in front of me as I look down at the book in my hands. I'd love to take one of your archaeology courses one day. Really? They're not easy, you know. If you turn in a single late paper, I'll definitely fail you. Will you punish me? Or just fail me? How about punish me? Yeah? Look, shut up. Okay, I'm a whore for this man. I gawk in disbelief as he lets out a laugh. He shoots me a smile before grabbing the box of books and heading into his office. Oh dear, that's not good. What happened? I look into his office and see that the rain has actually seeped in through the roof and is dripping heavily in a corner of the room. Oh my god, did anything get wet? Not yet, but this isn't good at all. I'm gonna have to make a few calls to get this fixed, but I suppose, until then, would you like to have our tutoring session at my place tonight? His place? Oh god. Oh god, how do I even respond to that? Fuck yeah! What should I say? Actually, we can go to my place. Your place? Can we just skip today's lesson? I think I said we can go to my place the first time, and it was like, oh god, what the fuck am I saying? Have we seen the dishes in my... And I would absolutely... We could go... Not my place. God, no, it's not people approved. Your place? Can we just skip today's session? I mean, we're not gonna. We're going to his place. Let's just stutter the your place. I know where we're going, and I'm gonna tell you something. His, like, study session at his house, Relax Sprite, is my favorite. I catch my cheeks flushing as strange thoughts begin popping into my head. I think back on Philea's cheeky grin from last night. You idiot! Don't think weird things because of that penguin! Sure, Professor. I wouldn't mind. I look up to see the professor peering into my face. Suddenly he smirks as he leans back. He's like, yeah, she wants to come to my place. Your face is flushed. Not having any strange thoughts now, are we? Whoa! He didn't say that the first time! Shit, yeah, I am. What? No? Yeah, because that didn't sound like it was an obvious yes. The professor flashes me a playful smile as he chuckles and reaches for his phone. Oh, God. That actually makes what happens funnier. Wonderful. I'll see you at 8 tonight, then. Let me give you the address. Oh, my God. We'll get to it. Don't worry. Like, we're getting there. A call to adventure. It's fucking... Oh, my God. My heart pounds in my chest as I check my makeup for the 6th time in a row. This is fucking funny, too. I look up from my phone to stare at a luxurious high-rise apartment building. Like, she had a fucking date night dressed up. She date night dressed up. Oh my god. Wow. Who knew Professor Atlas lived in such a lavish place? I breathe in deeply to calm my nerves before I check the time again. Yeah, it was also a hotel in one of the other routes when we went in the hotel. I'm like, oh, this is Florian Atlas's house. I can't believe he rents out his house. I'm a little early. Ugh. But why am I so nervous? It's not like I haven't been to a guy's house before. And besides, I'm only here for a history lesson. Literally. But yet you're wearing the push-up bra, girl. But I pull out my compact mirror to check my appearance one last time. She should have fucking rolled up. She should have fucking, like, asserted her dominance and rolled up in sweatpants and a grubby-ass t-shirt. As I do, a conversation I had previously with Philia pops up in my mind. think I broke my voice doing that.
More lip gloss! Stat!
Philia, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm going to be tutored on college history, not to seduce anyone. I mean, college history could be sexy, I guess, in this case. Suddenly, Philia grabs a nearby perfume bottle and sprays it onto my neck and chest. Penguin narrows her eyes as she eyes me up and down. We get our little, like, check us out moment.
There! This should do it! The final touch is complete! Now Mr. Atlas definitely won't be able to resist Master's womanly charms! Whee! You gon' get laid!
I am going for education! I mean, she's like, Philia's like, yeah, right.
Sex education? Yeah. Right! Master says this, but she also spent like 3 hours complaining about having nothing to wear and watching a ton of makeup tutorials.
I'm broken.
Education! Right! What subject, huh? Anatomy?
I swear, I'm gonna stuff you with salt when I get back in. Hey, is that my cheese? The penguin pulls out a piece of cheese from behind her as she pops another piece into her beak. Her eyes sparkle as she turns to me.
Cheese? Is that what this delightful thing is called? Oh, Master, Philia thinks she's also found love.
Only me. Only in my life. I mean, I think she's the only person who was, like, whining about having a magical fucking pink penguin. I'd love to have a magical pink penguin. I'm sure I could if I did enough drugs, but, you know. I take one final deep breath as I finish knocking on the door of the address. Just wait for it. It's the most glorious thing I've ever seen in my life. Here we go. After a few moments, it opens. Can't. You know what? Even the second time around, it's more glorious. Oh God, he's even more glorious the second time around. Look at his hair. Huh. Like you coiffed it up like for school, and you're adorable, and I love you. But then you do the God, it's like dust himself. I was just not fooling around with someone in my apartment. That's what I love. And his shirt's all unbuttoned. He's all sexy as fuck. I mean, okay, look. I loved him because he's my glasses asshole, okay? And I just loved him. Look, and he's a little nerdy, and I kind of fucking love it. He's a little bit of a dick. Great. It's all around. And then he rolls up like this, and you're like, huh? How dare you? How dare you look this good? I can't help it. This is my favorite sprite of him. And it's the hair. There was something about just the tousled, laid back hair. Oh my God. Spacey's gonna lay on the floor while we finish the rest of this chapter. Because I don't think I can sit up straight. I'm like slouched on my couch, but I'm gonna slide the fuck off my couch, okay? Like I'm just gonna turn into a puddle. And this is again the second time I've played this route and seen this. And it's even better than I remember. Oh God. It's the most beautiful thing. And then he's looking at me like that. I can't do it, guys. I love it too much. I knew it was coming. I did. I was psyching you up like, just wait. Oh my God, wait. And I'm still not prepared for it. This son of a bitch. You're right on time. Perfect. Come in. Professor, hi. Oh, hi. It's more like, Professor, hey. Like, wink. Double finger guns. Hello? You act as if you haven't seen me all day. I haven't seen you looking this fucking good. You're like a whole dessert tray. He ain't a snack, he's a whole fucking meal. Jesus Christ. I trust you were able to get here smoothly. Mumbles words. I don't know how I got here. I don't know where I am, but I must have died and gone to heaven. Oh, wait, no. You are definitely Satan, because only the devil could look this fucking good. Yeah, just fine. Your directions were clear as day. My God, you look delicious. What? Nothing. Splendid. Well, would you like to come inside? I'd like to... Wait, what? Never mind. Of course. No, I just want to stand out here in the hallway. I forgot the magical apartment pan around. I forgot about that. See? This was a hotel we stayed at, but, like, it's also his apartment. Obviously, I know they have to reuse backgrounds. It's so funny, but I just like it when it happens, because then you're like, I recognize that. Like the place they locked us before Jamie's concert was, like, the warehouse where we were roughed up by Sergio's men and where Marcelo beat the fuck out of that dude. Like, you know? I like that. It's fun. As I look around, I see a lavish living room with stunning chandeliers hanging in the center. I mean, like, dude, the fuck, guy? Your fancy-ass chandeliers probably cost more than everything that I own. The tall, spanning windows allow you to see a beautiful city nightscape outside. Whoa! Professor, you live here? Look at that TV. Well, technically I rent. God, he's gorgeous. Look at him. I can't. Guys, I can't. Okay, you stare at him, and I will attempt to read. It's so hard because I don't want to read. I just want to stare at him. But please, make yourself at home. I'll be right back. Don't leave me. My eyes follow him as he enters what I assume is the kitchen of the expansive apartment. If you're not watching him, you're checking his ass out, because, girl, I'd be doing it too. I'm taken aback by the beautiful interior design of the lavish home. A staircase, a chandelier, even a killer view. I like that. A staircase. You have a staircase in your apartment too. Just saying. This feels like a set of a movie more than an apartment. As I walk around, I notice an array of framed diplomas decorating the walls. They're all academic awards and recognition of excellence from various universities around the world. My eyes widen as my gaze lands on a particular school's seal. Sorry for the delay. Having a good time exploring my living room? I'd rather explore your fucking bedroom. Actually, I'd rather explore you in your fucking bedroom. But, like, whatever. The living room will do. Professor, you were recognized by Harvard? That's one of the top schools in the world. Well, yes, indeed I was. He's so fucking amazing. However, their food at the reception was terrible. Worst caviar experience I've had thus far. Truly lamentable. He's saying such snobby things, and look at how precious his face is. You're like, yeah, okay. You're like, oh man, I was hoping they would have had fish sticks. No, not really. French fries, onion rings, anything edible? Man, and here I thought cheese and crackers was going to be awesome. Cheese and crackers are great, shut up. My jaw drops as he shakes off the honor like it was from your regular old grade school showcase. Just who is this guy? The sexiest motherfucking thing in existence. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that hair. It's the hair. It's also the crisp white button-up shirt that's just left unbuttoned. Because normally he's got his tie sewn up and you're like, I love it. It's nerdy sexy, right? And then you're like this. He's like just unbuttoned. Oh, and then your hair's just let down. Oh, and you went from like nerdy sexy to like, holy fucking shit, take me now sexy. I don't know. I think it's just because I love him so much, but you can't deny that that's a sexy-ass fucking sprite, okay? Like, God, it was cruel of them to do this to me, but I love it so fucking much. Well, as much as I'd love to discuss all the tales of my various academic achievements, I'm afraid dinner will get cold if we dawdle any longer. Come along, Spacey. Dinner? But I thought I was just here for tutoring. Then why the fuck did you get all dressed up? Touché. His eyes suddenly narrow at me as he smirks and leans close to my ear. Looking like this? Looking like this fucking meal? Jesus Christ. Oh, come now. Let me at least treat you to dinner before we start our lesson. After all, I have quite the agenda for you tonight. It's funnier because he's in love with us, but then also now, this is funnier because of what we said. Your place? And he's like, are you thinking inappropriate shit? And you're like, no! And then this happens, and you're like, oh, well, this was a better choice for us. Because this was going to happen either way. Agenda? I feel blood rush to my face and shivers run through my spine as I watch his demeanor change back into his gentlemanly facade. Here's the funny part. Like, If she didn't know he was in love with her because of the spell book, she'd be over here thinking the same damn shit. But she knows, you're in love with me because of the spell book. I could have you if I wanted you, but she still doesn't go for it. You know what I mean? Come along. I'm gonna leave that one alone. You just imagine, and you already know what I'm thinking. He takes my hand with a smile as he leads me through the foyer and into the dining room. Like, look at this fancy ass shit! My jaw drops in surprise as we enter the dining room. He's a theater. Whoa, this is incredible. Did you make all of this? He even put stars on whatever the fuck this is, and there's like fucking whole shrimp over here, and like, what the fuck is going? Are those oysters? Cause like they're like in the shell thing, and I do not know what is happening. There's so much fucking shit going on here. I can't hide my excitement as I take in the amazing array of food on the table. Just been funnier. We're like cheap ass TV dinner. So you would have been like, yeah, you know what? I don't know what I was expecting. From caramelized meat to freshly steamed vegetables and even foreign looking desserts, an impressive menu lies in front of me. Yes, I did. Picked up a few tricks from my mother throughout my early years. A fondness for cooking was one of them. The man is gorgeous. He like looks like this fucking sex in a white shirt, fucking, and can cook. Look, you know what? You can be a little snarky asshole to me all you want, because I do not have any wise ass comments. I'm in love. I watch as the professor pulls out a chair for me on one end of the table, which I timidly sit down in, like, where the fuck is this man in real life? That's all I'm saying. As he walks over to his chair, I realize there's 2 glasses on the table, and even candles lighting up the room in a warm, dreamy glow. And now for the finishing touch. I hope you don't mind. I'm quite fond of listening to music while I dine. It makes for a nice ambiance. And this is where all of a sudden he turns on, like, the Wiggles or some shit, and then you're like, I'm out. Like, your music choice is going to be like, wait, okay, alright, I'm impressed so far. I watch as he reaches for a remote and presses a button. A low, soft, jazzy melody begins playing throughout the apartment. But of course he's fucking classy and it's fucking jazz, and you'd be like, I'm down with this. My heart pounds in my chest as I take in the romantic setting in front of me. Yeah, because he didn't just do this for a tutoring session. Man, this is one hell of a tutoring session. Suddenly I hear a popping sound. The star loaf, whatever it is wearing it. Professor Atlas pours champagne into his glass before he looks up at me, the candlelight shimmering in his emerald orbs as he does. Oh, shining, sorry. Do you drink, Spacey? I mean, I might need to now. Yes. You? Yes. I will drink all of you. I'm sorry, I can't. Look, you can't give me that first of all, okay, you can't give me sexy men at all without me making inappropriate comments. But you cannot give me that fucking Sprite and not think that I'm gonna be worse. He smiles and starts pouring me a glass. I can't help it. I just want this to go on forever because I just don't want to stop seeing that Sprite. I catch a glimpse of his toned forearms as he does, and I fail to realize I'm not even breathing. Wonderful. Well, let's eat. I hope the food is to your liking. You're to my liking. Without being able to muster a word, I simply nod. As I take my first bite, another gasp escapes me. So many things about gasping in his presence, and look. The perfect blend of flavors leaves me shocked as I look up at him with starry eyes. I love you, Professor. This is so delicious. The seasoning is perfect. So good. Wow. Look at his face. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. This Sprite is just, it's the hair. It's the, like, tousled loose. This is his sexy hair. This is the, we just rolled around in bed hair. That's exactly what it is. I want to mess his hair up like this constantly. It's the second time I played this route, and it's worse. It's worse than the first time. You're welcome, I guess. Atlas lets out an earnest laugh as he stares at me with an amused expression. His amused expression is beautiful. You're so easy to please, Spacey. I mean, I really am. It's really quite charming, you know that? Enjoy it. After all, I'm going to be working you quite hard after. His choice of words! Yes, quite hard indeed. The look on his face, that evil look in his eyes, and you're like, okay. At his words, another chill runs down my spine and heat rises to my face. Here's the thing. And the first time I played through, you know, like I said, maybe we should go to my place. He's like, and then we go here, and then he does this, and I'm like, you're gonna work me hard, you whore. I love it. You know? And he says all this, but it's actually funnier the second time around. We're like, your place? And he's like, are you thinking inappropriate things? And you're like, no. And he's like, and then he does this. Like, he would have done it no matter what you said, but it's just funnier because you're like, I'm not thinking inappropriate things. I'm gonna get all dressed up. You go in here, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna work you hard. And you know he wasn't like, yeah, we're gonna work really hard later. He's like, I'm gonna work you quite hard indeed. You know he fucking said it with the intonation in his voice that you were like, oh my god, he's gonna fuck me so hard. And, you know, just to mess with you. He is a sadistic bastard and I love him. God, I love it so much. I look down and continue my meal, unable to meet his sultry gaze. He knows exactly what he did with the shirt and the hair, too. He knows he looks fine as fuck. He's like, fuck yeah, I'd fuck me. Yeah, you would. You Buffalo Bill Bat. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Did I just I don't know. I clicked something. Log? Did I miss something? No? Okay. Well, nothing. Anyway. After a delectable dinner, we make our way back into the living room. I feel like I clicked once. What the fuck was that? Oh, son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to go fix that. I just heard something fall, like my fucking board just fell apart. And like, is almost falling off my wall. That's fucking weird. I just put up my second Eda board, and my first one just decided to like, half die. Anyway. Are you sure I can convince you to let me help with the dishes? I feel bad after such an amazing meal. My housekeeper can take care of it in the morning. Don't worry about it. You have a housekeeper too? That's amazing. I feel like I've gotten to see this whole new side of you, Professor. This sexy, goddamn ridiculous, tousled hairline. He shoots me one of his signature smiles as he motions for me to sit next to him on the couch, and I oblige. Like, oh yeah, sits in his lap, and he's like, that's not, I don't care. Is that so? Well, I hope I haven't disappointed your expectations. Oh no, you've exceeded them. Look at that look on his face. Oh god, shit's going bad. Now then, how about we get started on our meeting's intended purposes? Uh-oh. As he says this, he leans over me. Heat rises to my face as he grows closer and closer. Wait. For what? You knew what was going to happen walking into a man's home like this, didn't you? I mean, I can even smell perfume in various places. I can't help it. I'm an adult woman and this makes me giggle because he's so fucking hot. This is gonna die alone. Tell me, Spacey, were you trying to seduce me? What should I say? Deny, deny, deny. Tease him. Okay. I think I did deny, deny, deny the first time. So, like, I actually want to tease him and see what happens. We're probably just going to end up embarrassed, but I want to see what he does. Yes, that's right. I am trying to seduce you. The professor lets out a surprised laugh as he cocks his head to one side. Very funny. Really, no. You're quite inexperienced with men, aren't you? What? What makes you say that? Suddenly, he leans into me and I can feel his lips graze my earlobe. Okay, that did not happen when we denied. I don't remember, actually. Because I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into by admitting something like that. Perhaps I should teach you. Fuck yeah, please God, teach me. Now then, let's get started, shall we? I instinctively close my eyes as my heart pounds uncontrollably in my chest, and I can feel my body temperature rising to dangerous levels. After a few moments, nothing happens. Look! We get cock-blocked until we get it in the 7th chapter. We ain't getting it here. If you thought we were getting it here, well, surprise. I peek an eye open to see the professor's now sitting perfectly upright, skimming through her textbook. Bird, are you okay? What happened, buddy? You alright? What's the matter? Jesus Christ, what is going on around here? First the board fell, and you just got spooked and flew into the door. Are you okay? What's the matter? What scared you? Something outside in your window? It's not dark. He just got so fucking spooked, he flew and I don't know if he flew into the window or he just smacked it with his wing. He looks petrified now. Buddy, what's the matter? Okay? Must have been a bird outside, but it scared him enough to Jesus. Sometimes he just screams and flies, but he flew too close to the window and I don't think he hit the window. I think he hit it with his wing, but Jesus, that still had to hurt. Anyway, I peek an eye open to see the professor's now sitting perfectly upright, skimming through our textbook. Let's see. Should we continue where we left off on the Adrestian Empire? I don't know, I can't read that. Anyway, or start the next chapter's discourse on ancient Fargus. Which do you prefer for tonight's lesson? What? I widen my eyes as he reaches over me again, pulling out a book that I didn't even know was behind me. The professor simply readjusts his glasses as he opens the book and sets it on the table, like he was totally planning this. Okay, even if we had been what? No, I'm not trying to seduce you. He'd have been yeah, are you sure about that? And then he pulls out the book. So anyway, he was totally fucking with us from the get-go, and I love him for it. Holy fucking shit. This man is an evil fucking bastard. Huh? What do you mean, huh? Are you listening, or should I assign you even more work to get your attention? Maybe triple the last set I gave you? I'm listening! Embarrassed and cherry-faced, I grab the textbook with shaky hands and attempt to gather my wits about me, failing to see the devilish smile that unwittingly plays on Professor Atlas's lips. Sneaky fucking bastard, I love him. God, I love him so much. A few hours later... Should we take a quick break? Please, I can't cram any more emperors or dynasties into my head. Professor Atlas chuckles as he stands up. He glances at the clock before turning to me. Would you like some coffee? Yes, please. He nods and I watch him walk away into his kitchen. After I'm sure he's out of earshot, I slump back into the couch and throw my arms and legs around in a childish tantrum. I can't believe we're actually studying freaking ancient empires after all this. And after a dinner like that, no less. I mean, come on. He even brought out the champagne. And he got sexy in your ear and I'm going to have to teach you a lesson. And you're like, okay. And he's like, all right. So anyway, actually, he taught us a lesson. That's for damn sure. Wait, what am I even thinking? This is what I came for in the first place. Don't let that perfect penguin influence you, woman. I look up and find myself going back to stare at his awards. As I walk down the wall lined with photos, I spot Professor Atlas in his college days. In many photos, he seems to be standing next to another older-looking man. I notice that the professor smiles more brightly in pictures with him than pictures without. I tilt my head to the side curiously. And just what are you staring at so intently? You, God, you're gorgeous. I turn and see Professor Atlas also scanning the photos in the direction I was looking. He hands me one of the coffee mugs he's carrying. Curiosity takes the better of me as I point to the man in the photo next to him. Is that your boyfriend? Okay. I knew when I played this the first time, I was like, it's not his dad, it's probably a teacher, but I just want to go, look. It doesn't change the route. And I know it's not his dad. I want to ask, is that your boyfriend? I want to see if she actually says it, because I think I want to fuck with him a little. I'm doing it. Professor, that man, he's in so many of your photos. Is he your boyfriend? I beg your pardon? That man's old enough to be my father. No, my grandfather even. Just kidding. I can't believe we actually asked. I thought she was going to be like, oh, no, I can't do it. You were unbelievable. He was my first college professor, my mentor for many years, and also the reason I decided to pursue archaeology. I mean, I knew, like, I was like, he's obviously a teacher. I'm so glad we did the boyfriend thing. He's like, you're unbelievable. You know what? It's a little bit of fucking payback for cock blocking me, you bastard. I love him so much. That's incredible. What's his name? Dr. Simon Lockdar. He's a titan in the field, and the man responsible for some of the world's most groundbreaking discoveries. Truly a remarkable gentleman as well. I didn't have a father growing up, so I suppose he's the closest I ever came to knowing one. I can only watch as he reminisces over the photo. I can tell his eyes hold nothing but pure respect and admiration for the older man in the picture. After a few moments, he looks outside before turning to me. It's getting late. Let's call it a day today. I'll see you home. The next day, Jesus Christ, is a long chapter. I can't help but hum a small tune as I sweep the floors of the office. I admire my clean and polished desk as a giant stack of papers sits neatly organized to its right. Heh, I'm getting really good at this. Maria Kondo's got nothing on me. Suddenly, the faculty's office door burst wide open. I watch as Professor Atlas, looking unusually animated, dashes into the office while talking to someone on the phone. Are you certain? His voice is laced with excitement and also urgency as he throws his belongings into his office and sprints toward the file room. Wow, what's up with him? He hasn't even noticed me here at all. Yes, I'm in front of my office's fax machine right now. Here, let me repeat the number. I curiously peek my head into the file room and see he's impatiently waiting for the printer to finish processing something. A few seconds later, a set of photographs begin to slide out. Yes, I got them. By God's name, you were right. This is astounding. The markings are nearly identical. Deciding I don't want to interrupt him, I quietly go back to my desk. But even from there, I can still hear him on the phone. Of course I'm going. Flying up first thing tomorrow morning. Perfect. I'll see you at the lab. Thank you for reaching out to me. Please let the officials know that I accept and plan to be there as well. I hear his conversation come to an end, and I stand up to greet him as he leaves the file room, studying the newly faxed images he received. Did not need a pause, but... Good morning, Professor! Did something good happen? Oh, my apologies, Spacey. I didn't even notice you. I'm terribly sorry, but quickly, come and take a look at this! I excitedly rush over to his side as I've never seen the professor in such an excited state. I peer over his shoulder to look at what appears to be underwater photographs taken of an old shipwreck site. The first one is a little blurry, but the second one is zoomed in, showing much more detail. Tell me, do you recognize these markings here on the stern? Yes. These look like the markings we reviewed the other day on that famous ship. The Fleur de la Mar or something. Let's see. Missing shipwrecks. Of the book, or Fleur de la Mar. Hello, it's a missing ship. And okay. Told you it was going to be pertinent, but... And again, you didn't know you fucking needed this in an Otome game. Not just, oh my god, we're going on fucking, like, Indiana Jones fucking adventure. Are we gonna go to a fucking shipwreck? Do we get to go archaeologist a ship? Archaeologize? I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? Do we get to go? Holy shit, I didn't know I needed this in an Otome game, but I love it so fucking hard. I don't know why. It's the best. Precisely, Spacey. These markings don't just look like they belong to the Fleur de la Mar. They are! And this is the ship itself! But you said that ship was never found. That it was one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. Well, you're looking at the last piece of that puzzle, my dear. Do you see the rock formations here around the ship? And these were sonar images taken by the Indonesian government while in an attempt to retrieve a test submarine. The area around the ship is known to be covered in a dense seabed year-round. However, a few days ago there was a minor earthquake in the area. Early today we received these images, meaning the tectonic movement allowed what was hiding underneath the sands to rise. Which means that this could actually be... Professor Atlas beams at me with a fiery passion lit in his eyes. It hasn't been concluded, but yes, this could potentially be one of the world's most famous missing shipwrecks in history, and we're some of the first people to know about it.
Hi, could you not scream? Hi, I know you had scare moment before, but let's not shriek, okay?
So then, what now? He was just shrieking at me. He was sitting there shrieking and staring at me. Like, I see you, I love you, you could come over here, you know. I'm flying up first thing tomorrow to a place known as the Riau Islands, off the coast of where those photos were taken. The Indonesian government has reached out to archaeologists around the world and formed a team in order to perform a proper excavation of the wreck. We don't know when the tectonic movements could bury the ship again, so everything's happening fast. I have no clue when I'll be back. My heart drops as I hear those last words, but I bring myself to smile regardless. I know how much this means to you, Professor. I wish you the absolute best. I'll hold down the fort here. Professor Atlas stops and turns to scoff at me as he shoots me an amused smile. Spacey, I believe you've misunderstood. You're coming with me. This is going to be an amazing first vacation. We haven't even been dating. I am? Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's certain to become a remarkable learning experience for you regardless of the outcome. You can take off early today and go pack your things. I'll meet you outside your apartment early tomorrow morning. We have to drive to the city and catch the earliest flight out by 6 in the morning. Understood? Sir, yes, sir! I can only squeal as I feel excitement and adrenaline rush through my veins. My heart jumps as I watch the professor glance at the photos once more before turning to face me with a breathtaking smile. This is it, my dear. History in the making. Oh. Okay. We're gonna go to the islands in the next part. So, anyway. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.